Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at some key details that I recently found out and some new gameplay that you're seeing here now. Now, I want to mention that I had to do a lot of work to get a lot of this transcribed and get translated because originally, when I first got the gameplay and got the video, it was, as you see, in Korean, which is totally fine and totally cool. No problem with that. It's just I know for a lot of the viewers, they may have a hard time understanding that, so the video wouldn't hold a purpose. So as we're watching the gameplay here, I'm going to break down a whole bunch of brand new details that I have found out about Inzoi. And I thought the best thing to do is, while I'm breaking down all this brand new news, is to just have the brand new gameplay here on a loop as I talk, just so you guys can kind of get used to what the game looked like and can see it over and over and over again to really get a good feel of it as I'm breaking things down. So let's get into it here. So as I was finding out some brand new news, it really got interesting, because what I've come to find out now is that our Zois, which is, the game is called Inzoi, but the actual characters we create and play are called Zois. So now they're going to have unique preferences. So like, for example, you can pick some already built-in traits for them, and then that is going to greatly, and I mean greatly, affect how and who they fall in love with, as far as the jobs they pick, as far as things that they find interesting. So, for example, you may like a character in the game, but because of the traits you pick, your Inzoi may not feel that they are compatible. Your Zoi may not feel that they are compatible. So you really are going to have to pay attention to when you do your likes and dislikes and all of your traits. Character creation might take a long time because you really want to be sure. And I think that's great, because it's a life simulation game. Who you are and your traits dictate who you are going to be compatible with. So again, it's going to be very interesting here how every Zoi that you create will have unique influences, unique traits that will influence all of their relationships with everybody in the game, including who they are compatible with for love. Now, I know before they did mention how, hey, of course, like with The Sims and other games, what your traits are will depend on stuff. But it seems like here they're going to be going even an extra level. So character creation will be crucial. So that was one big key here. And also, as you're watching the video, the next key that I found out is very important. So I want you to watch a lot of the keys here. The dev team have implemented a system where the Zois will learn each other slowly over time, not this super fast Sims thing where you fall in love in 2 days. So you will gradually learn about other Zois, and from there you will see what is compatible. And while you're doing this, you will uncover if you are a family member or if you even like the actual Zoi or not. So here, as I tried to give a more transcribed of an age basically what you'd call it, a translation of what it was in Korean, so you can see how what you pick as traits and how you interact with people over time will raise your level of care, love, affection for them as a friend or even as a partner, spouse in life. So again, these are all going to be great, highly detailed features that will make this game feel super, super realistic, life simulation at its finest. They also did talk about car physics update, as far as they still feel, which I was great to hear, they still feel like they need to have improvements in that area, as far as they are very concerned as with when you are going to your job as a Zoi, they don't want it to feel boring every day of the same path. So the dev team is working very hard to make sure that they have interactive and just great sightseeing things. So every day as you're traveling to work as a Zoi, you don't feel this repetitive, boring feel. And it's going to have a whole bunch of interactive, interesting locations around the city to make traveling to and from work more dynamic. And the fact that they would even think of that is just an amazing point and shows how smart and shows how well of a dev team this is. And we're definitely in good hands as we get towards the release in a few months from now, in March. And now here is the one feature that I was amazed about. And I'm like, wait a second here. Are we going to get a little vibe of some GTA in this game? As I know a lot of talk was the game might be a little on the soft side, which for me, I love. I just want a game where I can relax and build a life and not have all the insane stuff. But there's going to be a feature in the game now that is going to make this feel GTA off the bat, because I know we've already talked about what the mods will do for sure, but this feature will be in the game because it's actually a really insane story about it. So guys and girls, listen up here, right? So while the dev team was having some tough challenges putting in a job system for us and how would it work and all things like that, one of the devs actually by accident found a bug that where his Zoi was constantly stealing money from businesses and was becoming incredibly wealthy. So now, while this all started as a mistake, as they were watching it happen, it was just very funny, and they found it very entertaining to see what was going on. So much so that they have decided to make it an official game feature. So now the steal money interaction will be an alternative way for players to make ends meet. So it's going to be fascinating to see how they properly put this into the game. And they are trying to figure out how, the robbers, if you get caught by the police, and how will that all interact. Man, this is really getting good here. The fact that they would even think of that kind of feature for us is mind-blowing, because again, it's showing they're reading comments, they're reading things, they're seeing people talk about the modding for the game and what that is going to bring to us and what it's going to feel like for us. And hey man, you can't help but be excited because I'm thinking about this now, how will the feature be implemented? It's going to be a whole lot of interesting tidbits and little different things that you can do to really make this interesting and really make this stand out. I mean, it's really mind-blowing that they would think of this feature now. It just really shows that the dev team is listening, and the dev team is just such a good brand of people. You know, like they could easily put their heads down and not hear us at all, but they're listening. And man, if they're going to have this in the game already, this feature, and you remember the game is going to come out with a whole open to the modding world as well. So just imagine what the mods will look like once you get this and you had this feature already in it. Man, it's going to be something of a amazement, and I will be looking for mods day one because it's just amazing. But the fact they're going to put this Steal Money feature as an official game feature in the game, man, I can't wait to get in this game because I just want to see how they put everything together. This game's gonna be special. This game's gonna be fascinating. Inzoi is turning into maybe one of those games that changes a genre, changes gaming. I can't wait to play this, and I'm really looking forward to bringing more and more content. I'm gonna end it here. Please like the video, sub up to the channel, it'd be appreciated, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.